Welcome, friends, to the latest YouTube channel, Trail Mix Sorted. Have you ever wondered what's in a trail mix? Well, probably not. On this channel, we go ahead and decouple trail mixes into their individual components. Today, we're doing a trail mix that I've never had before. The Omega-3 trail mix, filled with dried, sweetened cranberries, walnuts, pepitas, almonds, and pecans. So, like always, we're going to weigh and get a first initial reading on the trusty scale that is always 100% accurate. Let's see. 22.35 ounces. Let's write that down on the old blue Post-it. I'll say another good job for the packaging. It labels it at 22, so we're getting maybe a little more than advertised, depending on the weight of this plastic bag. So, now that we have our weight, let's get cracking on these nets. This one, let's do the old rip. We got our trusty yellow sorter and the digits to do the plucking. Oh, we got a sneaky, little sneaky over here, little Pepita running away. There we go. One more Pepita hiding in there. I know I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but I'm going to keep calling it Pepita because it's fun to pronounce like that. Makes me think of Family Guy. Pepita. All right. So how are we gonna sort today? I think we're gonna do the pluckings. And who is gonna get the big soup bowl? I'm gonna vote that these guys, the old brain nuts, if you will. We'll start with these guys. What do you think? I think so. We got the old other looking brain nuts, aka walnuts, aka pecans, walnut. This is a nice mix, nice hearty mix of nut. How long will this one take? I think that the almonds are going to end up in the soup bowl. This one is not as fun as the mountain mix. It's a lot less colorful. So it really is looking like this one is pretty paltry compared to some of the other mixes I've seen. So one of the other fun things that I think I will start doing is, in addition to weighing these at the end, I'll give you some of my analysis nerd brain and tell you if this trail mix is worth buying from a financial standpoint. Is it worth buying the nuts individually or buy each type and making your own trail mix? Or is it better to just buy the one that, in this case, Walmart threw together for you? We'll find out. On the Mountain Man mix, the Mountain Man mix is actually, that we did on a previous episode, that Mountain Man mix, it's almost cheaper to buy the Mountain Man mix pre-made by Walmart than trying to make the trail mix yourself. Believe it or not. And if memory serves me correct, we had about 5 ounces of M&Ms in that Mountain Man, or that Mountain Trail mix. And I did a little bit of a Googling, and if, again, if memory serves correct, I think that an ounce of M&Ms goes for about a quarter. So I think we had about $1 and change, $1 and a quarter worth of M&Ms. And I believe we also had, what else was in that mix? I believe there were almonds. I think we had 2 ounces of almonds and 2 ounces of cashews. And I believe cashews are about 40 cents an ounce. And I don't know. I will share the analysis that I had when I could pull it up in front of me. But basically, it came out to about $4.80, or give or take, which that bag sells for, I think, $5. So you might as well just let Walmart do the mixing for you. As far as this one goes, this one should be pretty easy to figure that out too, or figure out what the cost would be based on, I'll just do Walmart retail prices of just the individual net. So this guy looks like it's filled with a boatload of pepitas, a lot of pepitas, and a lot of cranberries, and a lot of broken up walnuts, and a lot of broken up pecans. Let's see. Walnut. That's an ugly one. So I wonder if when Walmart gets this trail mix, or gets the nuts for this, if they're getting reject nuts. Because there's a lot of broken up walnuts and pecans in here. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're rejects from Planters or one of the other big nut companies. We almost got our almonds all plucked out. We'll finish the almonds. Little sneaky pepita. Pepita will go in that. Actually, I'm gonna do a swapperoo. I'm gonna move the almonds to here. There are a lot more pepitas in here than I was expecting. All right, we got about 3 down. Let's see what we got. All right, so what's the best way to sort these guys? All right, well, the cranberries tend to have a little stick to them, a little stickiness, a little tackiness. So grabbing them seems like the most logical thing to do. Go for them, and then it'll all be all pepitas. And we're back. We ran out of storage space. We had to wipe out an old video, and we lost about a minute of footage. But don't worry, I didn't pull anything sneaky. So, I think we're at the time where we now need to do a little swapping. So, we're going to move the almonds out of the trusty soup bowl. To make room for the cranberries. trail mix sorted. As always, we're going to go ahead and weigh the individual parts, each individual component, and see how much we have of each. So, let's start with the pecans. Let's turn on our ever trusty, always reliable, never out of sync scale. 1.9 ounces of pecans, or pecans, if you will. Let's put these guys back away. Next, we'll go outside in. So let's go to these guys. How much do these weigh? Our scale is zeroed out. All right. And 3.6 ounces of the expensive walnuts. Or shall I say walnut pieces. I don't think we have a full walnut in the bunch. I always thought walnuts look a little like a weird brain, like an alien rat brain. Okay. Next on the list, we'll do the almonds. The almonds clock in at 4.85 ounces. That's nearly 2.5 times the amount of almonds you get in the mountain mix from the Great Value. What is this? This must have snuck in from the last weigh. I guess I need to make sure I double check the bag. The counts are off. The count is off by unregisterable. Okay. Now, we'll do the pepitas. And the pepitas. These weigh in at 6.65 ounces. Did they multiply while they were in there? Gotta make a neat little pile. Alright. And the last, do we have? Nope, we got all the sneakies out of there. The last thing to be weighed in. Straight from the bog. Ah! It's a mess. Here's the cranberries. Let's see what the cranberries weigh in at. The cranberries. The cranberries they clock in at 6.85. And does the math add up? Or is something wonky with our scale? Let's see. $6.85 ounces. Ooh, a pepita. Our weights are off. Back you go. And again, trail mix sorted. As you see, in this trail mix, it has been sorted through. We've sorted through its problems. And we've ended up with 1.9 ounces of pecans. Then, next, 3.6 ounces of walnuts, followed by 4.85 ounces of almonds. And a close second to the first is pepitas at 6.65 ounces and cranberries at 6.85 ounces. So, let's do some quick analysis and see how much this stuff would cost individually. And we're back, and I did some analysis, and since I guess I want to get a little more scientific with this, weighing the bag, the bag itself weighs 0.4 ounces. So let's go ahead and let's remove 0.4 from all these. We end up with 1.5. We end up with 4.45, 6.45, and 6.25. And last but not least, 3.2 ounces. Okay. So I went ahead and looked up used Walmart as a reference. I looked at just how much it cost to buy pecans. I looked at their value bundle, and pecans came out to about 55 cents per ounce. Almonds were about 35 cents an ounce. Cranberries were about 30 cents an ounce. 30 cents. Pepitas were surprisingly expensive to me, 36 cents an ounce, and the walnuts were 37 cents an ounce. So I might have used some wrong reference numbers for these, but I think they're pretty accurate. So that gives us about 85 cents worth of pecans and about $1.50 worth of, I'll say $1.55 worth of almonds, about $1.95 worth of cranberries, about $2.25 worth of pepitas, and about $1.20 of of the walnuts, which is about $7.80 individually. And I think this trail mix by itself was under $7. So this gets a thumbs up. It's worth buying this if you like all these things. Quite frankly, I think half of these things are pretty disgusting. So I guess I'm a little picky eater. I need something sweet in there. I guess cranberries kind of fit the bill, but I won't be picking this up again. But it was fun to sort. So once again, trail mix sorted. Have a good night, friends. What the hey, let's put it all back now that it's sorted. Go back from where you came. Let's see. Did any get magically eaten? No. I think they're all gross. And our scale is off. Or pretty close. So unless there's only a 0.15 difference, I didn't eat any, I swear. I think they're gross. Oop, here's Pepita. Boop. All right. Good night, everybody.